Look, I don't know that there's anything to take away from Jonathan Taylor other than just to celebrate an unbelievable game for him. It's the most fantasy points in a single game since Josh Allen had that 51.9 in Week 14. Fifth game this season of 30 or more fantasy points this year, guys. He's not going to win the MVP of the NFL, although I think you can make a strong case that he should.
I don't think he will.
But he is the fantasy MVP to date based on production and where he went in drafts. I think the more interesting Colts conversation here, Jay, and you are our resident Colts man, are twofold. Daniel Jones, is it just that he's out of the country? Because
he wasn't great on the stateside last week against the Steelers either, to be fair. He's got to stop fumbling 6 times.
Six fumbles, 4 interceptions over the last 2 weeks. He as we head into Monday Night Football, he's just QB 15.
Yeah, okay. So one of the interceptions was the end of the half against the Falcons. Like, there's 13 seconds left. Doesn't matter. He's taking a shot downfield. You got to over-index on aggressiveness there. There's like a tip ball against the Steelers. Look, I don't think it was great. I think the more interesting thing, though, is that the Colts have been dropping back a ton in this offense. Like, people think this is Jonathan Taylor's offense. Well, they throw the ball a fair bit until yesterday. And it was almost like if you watched the game, you could see the confidence in Shane Steichen and Daniel Jones get kind of drained out of his body. And it was just like, we're going to let Jonathan Taylor win or lose this game for us.
Yeah.
I think the thing
Which was the right decision.
Yeah. Look, this Colts team, they just gave up 2 first-round picks for a cornerback. Like, they're all in to win the Super Bowl.
Of course.
They're not going to give up on Daniel Jones. Like, this is a very smart coaching staff. They're going to hit the bye now. They'll figure out some stuff. They've got to work out some of the protections. Jones has got to keep better security of the ball. He just didn't play well the past 2 weeks, but I think he showed enough the first 7 or 8 games to believe that he's going to turn it around. The weapons are just so good as well. And also, I will say one thing. Game on the line, overtime, 2nd and 9. Shane Steichen draws up a 7-step drop for a deep ball basically to Tyler Warren that Daniel Jones completely nails and it wins them the game effectively. So I think it'll be fine, the passing offense.
So a couple of things here real quickly on that. First off, thank you so much for that detailed breakdown of the end of the game. The rest of us were on national TV, but I'm glad that you were able to.
I can't be on TV during Colts games going forward.
I'm glad you were able to.
Didn't look good.
I'm glad you were able to. I'm glad you're able to focus on that as well. I will say, I think your best call of the year, and you've had many, all jokes aside, but I think your best call of the year, you Bengals Super Bowl, Tyler Saints playoffs. Saints playoffs. You've had many calls. No, but you've made legitimately a lot of great calls on this show for as much grief I like to give you. I think your best call might have been Alec Pierce, who is slowly turning into maybe not even slowly, but like a huge game on Sunday, and you were many, many weeks ago saying, like, this guy is not just a deep threat.
Yeah, I think it was week 2 against the Titans where watching that game. This was part of my lifelong commitment to the Indianapolis Colts, watching these games closely. Just like Alec Pierce is doing all this stuff over the middle, like these in-breaking routes. Like, I thought you were just a deep guy, like a kind of poor man's Rashid Shaheed. He has diversified his route tree, and Daniel Jones has a lot of confidence in him. Daniel Jones, the deep ball touchdown, it's like into double coverage. Like, Daniel Jones chucked it up to him. So I think Alec Pierce, it's difficult because like Downs, Pittman, Warren, they're so good as well. But I think Pierce might have the highest ceiling of their receiver room just because of the deep ball stuff mixed in with the more intermediate stuff he's getting.
He's going to get paid like it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you need any proof in the pudding, give it a couple months. He will be paid as the top pass catcher in that offense.
There's no question about that. 2 last things here on Daniel Jones before we move on to the next game or move on to the Atlanta side of the ball here. First off, I think if you've been using Daniel Jones as your QB, which makes sense because prior to the last 2 games, he's been great. I think you need a new quarterback. They're on a bye this week. Then they're at Kansas City. Then they're home to Houston. I think it is 4 weeks before you can use him again, and that is at Jacksonville. And then we will see. By the way, and Jacksonville's been up and down this year defensively, but I don't think you want to use him any of the next 3 weeks. I do not want him on the road at Kansas City. I do not want him at home against the Texans there.
You don't want him the week after Jacksonville at the Seahawks either.
No.
So you want him week 16, 17, and 14 maybe, but the one thing about Jones is that he starts to use his legs a little bit, and some of that is that they were in a kind of a trailing script. And that is the thing that makes Daniel Jones good and elevates him, is that he can use his legs. He's super athletic. But ultimately, you can probably find a better quarterback.
Yeah, so we'll talk more about quarterbacks tomorrow on the Waiver Wire show. But I do think that his overall season numbers, Daniel Jones, still look pretty good. So, like, if I could sell him for 75 cents on the dollar, 60 cents on the dollar, I would do that. The other thing about Daniel Jones, because chances are there's somebody in your league that believes in Daniel Jones desperately and probably to their fault. Take a look at this clip because I know somebody just like that.
We're 1 week removed from Daniel Jones stewarding the greatest offense of all time and just piling up touchdowns. And he gets the 1-yard touchdown against the Steelers as well. I think Daniel Jones is he's the guy. Anyway, let's move on.
All right. Will you give me Caleb Williams? Will you give me the
anything.
field? No, will you give me the Daniel Jones versus the field in that question?
No. Why would I give you the field?
That's not the question.
You can choose one fighter against Daniel Jones, fantasy points, and I'll pay for dinner in Philadelphia.
Marcus Mariota.
All right, I'll take Daniel
Nice.
Jones.
We haven't had a good dinner bet in a long time.
Yeah.
We're due
Good
for
luck
one.
with Marcus Mariota.
Yeah.
All right, Marcus Mariota versus Daniel Jones.
Good luck with after dinner. Well, let me just tell you right now, Marcus Mariota, it was junk time.
Yeah.
But he finishes
the same.
It all counts the same. For a man who makes his living betting on sports, you owe me dinner.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, I'll tell you two things. One thing, you can be on the right side of a bet and still lose, as I was there. Secondly, I'm having dinner with a different friend in Philadelphia, so we'll have to push it further down the track. I'll buy you a cocktail after dinner.
Did I just get blown off on national
You
TV?
actually did.
Yeah, no, we'll figure something out. I'll buy you
And
an
he's bailing
old-fashioned
on
afterwards
the
at
bet.
the hotel bar.
It's outrageous.
He's going to get Wendy's on the way home and hand it to you to
That
your
might
hotel
be-
room. Yeah.
That might be
There you go.
absolutely
All
right.
Rain check it. Push down the road. I'll pay for the dinner. You just might have to be in Kansas City. 2 weeks later.
I'll wiggle my way into this during Super Bowl week.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll do dinner at 1587 there. The Mahomes-Kelsey. Maybe
you
I'll make you buy there. I bet you that place isn't cheap. But it looks delicious. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotorWorld.com. And I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched. Or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.